Um, what is up, everyone? We are back at it. Took a little bit of a break, but back into it. So currently, we are going to do week one predictions, and across this summer, we'll do predictions for every week, and then we'll do playoff predictions, etc. So that should be fun. Let's start it with the opener, Lions at Chiefs. Jonathan, what do you have to say about this one?
I think the Chiefs will win. The Lions are an okay team, but they aren't good enough to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs win like 28-21.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think the Chiefs win by 7 in this one. I The Lions improved, but they did have a bit of a disappointing draft, and I think the Chiefs are still arguably the best team in the league. So, I'm going to take them at home in Arrowhead in the opener. Okay. So, um how about we do uh NFC matchup, Cardinals Commanders. Um This is probably the worst game of the week, if we're being honest. Probably the worst game of the week.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to take the Commanders at home. The Cardinals will for sure not have Kyler Murray in this game. And because of that, the Commanders are probably pretty clear favorites.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
agree. I think the Commanders are gonna beat them pretty easy because the Cardinals without Kyler Murray really don't have anything left. Because they drafted a left tackle, so they don't have anybody to help them out really. So I'll go Commanders 21-14.
Okay. I think the Commanders win by 6, yeah. All right. So let's do Bengals Browns. Get some AFC North in here. I'm gonna take the Bengals on the road, but it's close. It is very close. I think the Bengals win by a field goal, but who knows?
Well,
Browns really improved.
yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns here because I think Deshaun Watson with a true off season
Okay.
is gonna be a lot better. I'm gonna
All
go
right.
Browns like 21-17.
Okay. I see it. Falcons Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Falcons at home. It's Bryce Young's rookie debut, and the weapons there are not great. So I think he does have a little bit of a bump in the road to start. And I think that Falcons offense is so scary with Arthur Smith calling the plays and Chris Lindstrom blocking for Bijan Robinson and Desmond Ritter throwing to Kyle Pitts and Drake London.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
it's
take the Falcons.
scary, and they improved their defense a ton. So I'm gonna say the Falcons by 3. But if it was in Carolina, I might actually go with the Panthers.
Yeah, I think the Falcons here pretty soon are gonna have a situation like the Broncos have. They have a pretty good
Really?
team, and all they need is a quarterback. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm gonna take the Falcons. It's definitely gonna be a game I'm excited to watch.
Yeah.
Falcons win 27-24.
Cool. All right. Um. So Jaguars Colts. I think I'm gonna go with the Jaguars here on the road. Just I mean they're the better team by quite a bit, and it's I might actually go with the Colts if they had Minshew starting, but I have a feeling they'll start Richardson. So,
Well, I'm gonna take the Colts because they might. I do believe that they'll have Anthony Richardson starting, and I think he's a dog. Okay, so Anthony Richardson is going to win that game for the Colts, uh, 28-17.
all right. Love to see it. Okay, so Bucks Vikings. I think the Vikings win by a touchdown at home. It's going to be a shootout. The Vikings defense is terrible, and their offense is probably going to be top 10. So even though the Bucks defense isn't awful, I think the Vikings will put up points, and I think the Bucks will put up points on a terrible Vikings defense. So something like 28-21 Vikings, something like that, or 31-24.
I'm taking the Vikings just because Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson are underrated. Okay, they're going to win like 21-10 because the Buccaneers don't have a real quarterback. Baker Mayfield is not a number one quarterback anymore.
Yeah, I'd agree. He's a top of the line backup. Okay, so Niners Steelers. I'm gonna take the Niners on the road, but I think that's actually gonna be a lot closer than people think. Um, Probably by like a field goal. The Niners win in a defensive shootout, like a defensive. I don't know what the term is for a defensive, like a really good defensive game where there's not a lot of points scored. But 13-10 49ers feels about right.
Well, I'll go 14-10 Steelers because Kenny Pickett's going to pull out a fake slide and then run for a touchdown.
Oh,
And that'll be what they need to win the game.
okay, okay.
What's next?
Titans at Saints. My Titans going into New Orleans. I'm actually gonna pick the Saints here. Pains me, but have to do it. Um, it's a tough environment, and there is a lot of turnover on the team. So it could be difficult. I'll just say that. It could be difficult.
Well, I'm going to pick your Titans to win like 28-14 because Derek Carr sucks. I hate Derek Carr.
We'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear it. Derek Carr has always been overrated and always will be.
I agree.
Okay. Texans at Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens at home to win by about 10. Like, the Texans are just. They improved, but you're asking CJ Stroud to go into Baltimore, his rookie debut, and beat Lamar Jackson with an improved wide receiver core and a top 5 defense and a top 10 offensive line. That's rough. You'd much rather play the Ravens week 15. But that's just a tough start for the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans have to lose that game. Lamar has no reason to hold back. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that he gets hurt week 1. That's a very Lamar Jackson thing to do, but I think the Ravens will win like 35-17.
Okay. I'm thinking like 24-14 or 27-17, something on those lines. Raiders at Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Broncos at home, but tempted to actually pick the Raiders here. The Raiders have historically done very well against the Broncos, especially with Josh McDaniels. I guess he just wants revenge against his former team. And we don't even know that Jimmy Garoppolo will be on the Raiders. So, I mean, I'm still taking Russell Wilson over Jimmy Garoppolo, but I'm for sure taking Russell Wilson over Brian Hoyer or Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to win like 21-3. 21-3.
Okay. All right. Dolphins at Chargers. Yeah. Dolphins at Chargers. I'm gonna go the Chargers at home. The Dolphins improved quite a bit. They added Vic Fangio. They added Jalen Ramsey. But the Chargers, healthy, are just as good of a team. I would feel a lot more comfortable picking the Dolphins if this matchup was later on in the year and the Chargers were injured, like they always are. But they aren't week one, and they blew out the Raiders last year, week one.
Well, the Dolphins are going to kill the Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going to go, let's see here, 52-24.
Okay.
It's top 10 defense for the Dolphins, number 1 offense for the Dolphins. We're just going to kill the Chargers.
All right. Okay. Eagles at Patriots. Got to go with the Eagles on the road. Patriots should be better with a real offensive coordinator, but the Eagles were one call away from winning the Super Bowl, and the Patriots were 8-9. So, yeah. I also think Bill Belichick's defenses have historically had harder times matching up against rushing quarterbacks, and that is Jalen Hurts.
Well, you're right about that. Rushing quarterbacks, I think because Bill Belichick refuses to change and doesn't acknowledge rushing quarterbacks at all to this day. So I'll take the Eagles to win 21-17. Close game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking like 24-19. Patriots get a safety on Jalen Hurts, something like that. Rams at Seahawks. Gotta go with the Seahawks. They're a borderline top 10 team in the NFL, and no one's gonna acknowledge them as that because they aren't super flashy. I guess they are. I mean, they do have a better offense than defense, but they did improve their defense. They have a shutdown corner duo, Tariq Woolen and Devon Witherspoon, and then they have 3 really good safeties in Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs, and Julian Love. And they got Bobby Wagner back at linebacker, and they improved their D-line. Seahawks could be scary next year, and you're opening against the Rams, who, yeah, they're probably better at the start of the year because they might still have Matthew Stafford, but I don't even know if Matthew Stafford will play week 1. So.
Yeah. Good Lord. I got a dog chasing me.
What'd you do?
Ran. I hope it doesn't follow me.
Oh, he will.
So what's the game?
Rams Seahawks.
Rams Seahawks. I'll take the Seahawks.
Okay.
20-17.
Okay. Packers at Bears. I'm taking the Bears at home. Even though the Packers have historically dominated the Bears, it's just... I am not a huge fan of Jordan Love. I'll be straight up. I think he is currently the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. And that's that.
Yeah, well. Packers, Bears?
Yeah.
I'll take the Bears. 14-7. Very low scoring.
Okay. And then Cowboys Giants. I'm taking the Cowboys on the road. Giants got better mostly. I mean they upgraded their defense a little bit. Got got Ashawn Robinson, got Bobby Okereke, and they got Darren Waller from the Raiders. But Cowboys are maybe the best team in the NFC. I don't think that's crazy. So
No, I'd
I
agree
think
with you.
I mean, maybe they aren't because of coaching. You might give it to the Niners or Eagles, but I think they have the best roster in the NFC.
Yeah, I
Most
think they're very
complete
close to
roster.
number one. Yeah. But I'll
Um,
take the Giants.
really?
Yeah. Let's see here. 28-24.
Okay. I think it's gonna be close. Um, I'm thinking 20-17
All right.
Cowboys, and then Bills Jets. I'm gonna go with the Bills in a squeaker. Um, 28-27. Jets lose off of a missed extra point by Greg Zuerlein. Yeah, I. They're both very complete teams. They're both top 5 teams in the AFC, and I think you don't want to play either team, and it should be a really interesting matchup on Monday Night Football. But Josh Allen has been with the Bills. This is his 6th year with the Bills, and Aaron Rodgers is in his first year with the Jets. I think he's going to have a little bit of growing pains, and their schedule to start the year is absolutely brutal.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with the Bills too. Um, I see Aaron Rodgers either having a very good game and winning or a very bad game and losing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with the Bills. 35-17.
All right. Cool. 35-17.
Yeah, Josh Allen, he's going to throw for 350 yards and run for another 100. So,
Okay.
is that all of the games?
That is all the games.
All right.
Anything else we should talk about before we go?
I'm sure there's something.
Dalvin Cook got cut.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook did get cut. He's going to be picked up by the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl. Frank Clark, he got signed by the Broncos.
Oh yeah. He's not good though.
In the playoffs, he's one of the best pass rushers in the NFL history in the playoffs. He's old, not anymore, but he could still do a little bit.
Yeah. He's a good rotational guy, but he's going to be the Broncos' number 2.
Yeah, what did they say? Sean McDermott was the Bills' defensive coordinator this season?
What?
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins did get that. Yeah. Sean McDermott going to be the Bills' defensive coordinator this season?
Yeah, I mean, he usually is.
There's no up and left.
I mean, it's not like he ever wasn't.
Yeah, but I mean, now they
he calls their defense.
But now they literally don't have one. And what did the other guy do?
The offensive coordinator?
It must have been hard because he's taking a year off.
Their offensive coordinator?
The defensive coordinator they had. I don't
Ken Dorsey?
Yeah, I don't know. He said he was taking a break, so what did he do?
I don't know. I mean, Bills fans said he was terrible. Well, but yeah.
Well.
I don't think he was that bad. I mean, he's no Brian Daboll. His absence was definitely felt. But I mean, if you could go back if you're the Bills, you're firing Sean McDermott and keeping Brian Daboll.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Brian Dayball, he just brought out the best in Josh Allen.
I mean, he made Daniel Jones a Pro Bowler.
He did, and that's not an easy thing to do.
It's not very easy at all. I mean, he made them win a playoff game against a 13-win Vikings team.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's just really good.
Yeah. Probably a top 10 head coach. Probably. No, I mean, he is a top 10 head coach. I don't think that's crazy. There are a lot of good head coaches, though.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have?
That's a good question.
I think that's all I have.
Yeah, I mean, we can do like a NFL quiz or something like that, but if we're done, we can just call it here.
Yeah. My phone's at 5%.
All right.
So
let's call it. Thank you all for watching. Come back in later next week. Come back next week and we'll have a video on week 2 predictions.
Yeah.
Just like, subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.